Alright, hello on the other side. So, today I'm going to explain you step by step on how to write your content or blog or post, whatever you name it, directly on the website. Okay, so our website is floraspices.com and we have managed to install WordPress specifically for blog directories. The rest of our website is not a WordPress website. So, in order to first access the admin panel from where you would be making the changes, you would be adding the posts and all, we'll first write down the link URL floraspices.com/blogs, because that is where our blog section lies, /wp-admin. Now this will take you to the admin dashboard where we can install and make changes. So they'll ask you for the credentials. I have already made the credentials that I'll be providing to you. All right, and once we click on login, we can see this section is our admin section and all our blog posts would be in the post section, right? So now we can see that we are able to access and see and edit and analyze a list of the entire blogs available on our website. So coming to the point, now there are two ways in which you can edit the blogs. One, you can add new and create the entire blog page by your own, which is not recommendable because we are having certain set of rules and practices to follow for certain font styles, color styles, etc. So instead of doing that, what you can do and what you should do is pick up an existing blog. Okay, this is a useless blog, let me remove it. That's a temporary blog. Now let's say that you pick up this blog, industries that demand cumin and cumin seeds. Let us view how it looks on the website. So here the first image that you are able to see, that is called as a featured image. Whatever image you choose into that background, it comes over here in our specific blog page, as well as when we open the set of all blogs, the page of all blogs, that image is highlighted over here. Okay, so for this page, let us scroll down and see how it looks. Now we can see that these designs are very much specific, and this is the latest design that we have decided for our website, since it looks a little, there's a keyword, there's a term that I forgot. It's something like three-dimensional, lithic, etc. So this is the kind of appearance that we are seeking for our website. So if you want to do it yourself, that would take a little while for you to deal with the design, and usually content writers do not deal with design. So I have figured out another way. What you need to do is simply see the last blog and click on duplicate post. What this will do is create the exact same copy of the last blog. Okay, so industries that demand cumin and cumin seeds, we have created a copy of that blog over here, and you can read it as copy. So quickly, first thing we need to do is go to quick edit and change this to our new blog title. Okay, now let me actually do it along with you. The blog that was last sent to me for the website, let me find out that blog and then directly edit that blog so it gets more clearer. So where was that blog? Oh god, I need to figure that out first. Alright, anyways, we are not able to find it out right now, so let's stick to this thing. So here we give the title, and slug means the URL. You can see this part, industries that demand cumin and cumin seeds. This is called the URL slug. So we have to make sure that whatever is our new blog title, we give similar slug. So let's give new-blog-title. Okay, we don't need to make modifications with date, we don't need to make any other modifications. All right, and then directly we have to go to tags. Okay, you can also switch to that in the last portion, so let's not think about that right now. Okay, and click on update. Once we click on update, we get our new blog title and we get the modified URL slug. Now, how to edit the page of our blog? For that, we do not have to click on edit, because edit would take us to another default block editor of WordPress, which is a very boring way to edit things. Instead, we have a more interesting way of editing things, which is called edit with Elementor. And this is a particular visual based, GUI based editor for your website. You do not have to write HTML, you do not have to deal with CSS or JavaScript, etc., etc. You directly have to deal with the content that you are willing to post. Now you can see every tiny little section element is editable. Okay, this is the arrangement that can be chosen by you. Okay, let us say that initially you do not want any structure like this. Let's say that you first want to write a single paragraph. So what we do is select the entire thing. Okay, and then firstly we give the title, this is the first section of our blog, right? And then let's say that we just need one paragraph. Then we right click over here and we click on delete. Boom, it went off. It went off. Right click over here, click on delete, it goes off. Okay, so now let us say that we have to focus on one paragraph. Hey, this is the first paragraph for my blog section. Okay, now the division, the space, the padding and the margin are already predetermined. Okay, in order to see that how much margin have we kept, this entire is a section that I have created. So you click on the dots of edit section, and on the left hand side you can see the properties of the section. You do not have to modify any of these, but in the advanced panel you can see that right now currently we have not set any padding or margin or stuff like that, because it's already preset, right, for our blog. Now there are certain things that you need to understand. That let's say that you want this kind of section to be repeated in your blog. Okay, so there are two ways. Again, you can click on the section, on the place where, let's say that you want the first section to be a paragraph and a heading, the second section you want to be this, and the third section you want again to be a similar one, right? So here we can see that the third section is rather a paragraph. So you simply have to click on plus sign above it, which will give the space to add a new section above it. Click on plus and you can see the division of the section. So what we are seeking is exactly two columns which are equally divided, and you can see two blank spaces in it. Now on one side you want to add a heading and beneath that a paragraph, and on the other side you want to add a plain image. So first, let's see, on the left side you want to add first a heading, and beneath that you want to add a paragraph. So elements would show us all the available elements that we can drag and put it on our website blog. So we click on heading, we dive into the heading, and we can see that there is already a heading added. And then we want some text, so we click on text editor, drag it and put it beneath the heading section. Now the problem here that you would find, that you would discover, would be that the properties, the visual appearance of the two elements, the text of this section and the text of this section, seem to be different, and we need a certain uniformity on our website, and we have to stick to predefined standards, predefined font sizes for our website. So how do we do it? There are two ways. Again, either we click on edit and go to style and see the typography. Typography means the size of the font, okay, the properties of the fonts. When we click on edit, we are able to see that it's 20. The typography size is 20, the font size is 20. So we click on edit For our new element, we go to style, we click on typography, and we simply change this to 20. Perfect. This is very easy. That is very much accomplishable. But the problem would be that there are three screens to be dealt with. You have to deal with the desktop version, you have to deal with the mobile versions. Now let's see how it looks on mobile phones. Over here in this section right here beneath the gray section, the left sidebar, the gray section, we can see the option of responsive mode. When we click on responsive mode, we can see three screen sizes. Let's say we want to see how our element looks for mobile screens, and when we click on mobile screens, again, sounds fair enough, looks good enough. Okay, yeah, we can see that the element has automatically adjusted its typography to the one of the previous one, but sometimes we might face issues with different sizes. We have to deal with different varieties of sizes, and that can be, oh boy, confusing. So the other way around, I'll get to that. Let's first finish this portion, and let's say that on the right hand side we need to add the image. We click on the element section, we click on the image, drag it and put it over here, choose the image. Either we can upload a new image or go to media library and see our existing set of images on our website, right? So it's that simple. But instead of doing all this fuss, which would take us a while, again, there is another more easier approach for this thing. Let's say that you want the exact same structure to be used beneath it. Instead of doing all new coming things like reinventing the entire wheel of design, we can click on that particular section. Right clicking on it would give us the option, and simply a duplicate click would duplicate the entire section. So we do not have to fall into the fuss of adding heading and text and image, and simply replace the existing text and replace the existing title. Pardon my spell errors right now, it's not it's early morning that I'm recording the video, so my mind is a little shut off. And the image, we can simply choose the image and replace it with any relevant image that we find fit. Okay, now there might be some minor troubles that you might encounter in the design portion, but eventually as you will explore Elementor, you can see the style section and the advanced section and all, and while you would be exploring that, you would be getting a better idea about how things work. Okay, so that is most of it. After doing this portion, this thing we have to keep uniform and available on every blog section of ours, so that must not be removed. But for the rest of the things, you can simply click on remove. That would remove those particular sections by from the page, right? So that is how. And after doing all of this portion, we click on update. Make sure that the right hand sidebar is not editable. That is because we have this as a predefined structure for our website, and that can definitely not be edited. Now, after doing all this, the further process that you need to make sure is to deal with the basic SEO of the website. Now, what does basic SEO include? Well, the first and the foremost thing that it includes is the title of that particular page. We do not, and then we have to also figure it out using the focus key phrase. Okay, the focus key phrase would be one key phrase that you think is the most important key phrase in the entire page. So for me, let's say if green cardamom is what I wanted to highlight in my entire blog section, or let's say green cardamom exporters in my entire blog section, this would give me an analysis of how it went. When you click on SEO analysis, it would give you the suggestion of your content. Okay, these are the things that we need to fix, but again, this is not much important. If you just make sure that you have the key phrase included at least a minimum of 2 times, okay, and you include the other keywords given to you. Okay, if you try to include those keywords once or at least twice, okay, then the rest of the things can be very much managed. But if you want to improvise over your own content writing abilities, focusing on these parts would give an added advantage to you, since this would make sure that you also have an in-depth idea about the technicalities of SEO, right? So this is how it will be for blog writing. Another thing would be editing the snippet. Editing the snippet means, as we did, adding a meta description. Like when I search for floraspices.com, or let's say I search for Flora Spices and not just .com or any URL, you can see that this thing is called the title of the page, and the content beneath is called the meta description. Flora Spices is an exporter, supplier, manufacturer of Indian spices and herb. We have made sure to add these keywords on in our meta description, but for blogs we have to make sure to add the focus key phrase as a part of our meta description. So if our focus key phrase is green cardamom exporters, and definitely our blog would be associated to that topic, then we have to simply write, let's say, are you an exporter of green cardamom? Pardon my spelling again. If yes, this blog highlights the benefits given by government of India to the exporters of cardamom. This is a very simple thing to do. Apart from this portion, after doing that, you simply have to check upon the categories where we have to make sure that it's blog and it's not about the cumin seed, so we have to deselect it. And in the tag section, simply remove the existing tags and add the relevant tags. Once you write green cardamom, you'd see a list of tags. You can create your own tags, but that is not much necessary, since these tags are already chosen from the existing set of keywords that we analyze for the website. So that's it. We have to simply select the right tags. The featured image section would be managed by me. Okay, so that simply have to, that you do not need to worry right now. Okay, and after doing all of this, we simply hit update. It should use a post, and the post is updated. Now that one visits Flora Spices, you can see the update reflecting on the home page as the new blog title, and as you visit the blog, you can see that also reflecting. Now, why do you see the same featured image? That is because we have duplicated the earlier post, and this featured image has not been removed yet by us. Don't worry, that will be managed. But this, all in all, is how you edit the blogs. Make sure that after you edit the blogs, you click on lookout button, and ta-da, you're done.